What's going on, boys? So as you guys can tell from the title of this video, it says rest day. What I plan on doing with my videos that are titled rest day or something that's not related to working out, I plan on coming on here and talking to you guys just about life, maybe some motivational words I want to give to someone that needs it, and maybe just give you fitness tips and tricks on what I learned from working out throughout my whole life, and maybe giving it to you. It might be helpful, it might not, but maybe it could be a gym debate, maybe it's something I see online, maybe I want to talk to you guys about it, had a bad day at work, vent it to you guys. But this is mainly going to be on my rest days. For me, as a bodybuilder going on a journey, there's a lot that you go through, so I'm going to be explaining literally everything that I'm feeling with life in this video. But in this video, I really want to talk about, because this has been on my mind, I would say just how to, utilize muscle growth and use it to your advantage. Now, a lot of people see muscle growth being a hard thing to do, or they're just like, oh, I need to do protein, this and that. But muscle growth is so easy, but a lot of people will just neglect the information that is given on the internet. Now, I might not be TNF, I might not be Jeff Nifford, but from just seeing and getting all the information I get from all my sources, and especially working out, I know what works for me and what doesn't. When I first started working out, I did 20 workouts a day. I was at the gym for 3 hours. My diet was somewhat getting better, and I just was training terribly. And the bad factor in that is that I'm training terribly. My diet's somewhat okay. The diet doesn't matter at this point, because the newbie gains, you get it's like eating a mushroom in Mario. But I had newbie gains, and my training was just so terrible, and I was doing all this volume, 4 sets of 12 with 20 exercises. I didn't have a job. I was just going there, staying there for 3 to 4 hours, and I wasn't really, it took me a long time to get to where I'm at. 2 years isn't a lot, but once I figured out after let's just say 7 to 8 months on how to actually work out, I utilized that and took advantage of it. I wish I learned and did my research before I started working out, because I would probably have just a good physique. Now, the only bad things that I have, and I can relate to this, is my back. My back is very underdeveloped. As a bodybuilder, you're gonna have a lot of underdevelopedness, and a lot of people have bad calf genetics, leg genetics. For me, it's my back, because throughout my whole life, I just trained my back incorrectly. Now, the one thing I would say for muscle growth, the best way to utilize it is honestly watching videos. If you're starting to work out, because I can relate to a lot of people on just where do I start? Watch YouTube videos. I would stick with machines if you're trying to utilize your muscles and grow. I would utilize tracking your macros, getting your protein in. Getting your protein in is so important. Screw the fat, the carbs are important, but screw the fat and just what you eat. I want you to get a lot of protein in. I get at least 220, 230 grams of protein a day, and I've been doing that for 2 years. And even if you're maintaining, don't do at least 230. Do something that's 20 pounds of what your ideal goal is, or it's 1.5 pounds of protein per body weight. I'm not entirely sure from the top of my head, but I would genuinely just up your protein dose. It's not hard. It's gonna cost money. Everything costs money. Not everything's just everything's cheap. No, everything now in this economy is just so expensive, but it's better than going to Chipotle and spending $8 for getting a barely smidge of any protein. You're mainly just getting rice. I learned this because I go to fast food a lot, especially when I was on a dirty bulk, and you just get scammed for what you eat. Maybe Panda Express and Bibi Bob, you don't, but you can make that stuff at home. It's not gonna taste as delectant and processed, but it's going to be higher in protein, and it's gonna be just higher filling, and you're spending less from what you're paying at fast food and just going out to eat. There's a lot of stuff you could save your money on. A lot of people just don't see that and use that, but your body is, you are what you eat. That's the saying that I try to get out just now. And some things come out of my mouth, it's just my brain's going in different directions, and it's trying to process different resources to give you guys. But getting back to the main part of muscle growth. The best way to utilize muscle growth and take advantage of it, especially when you're starting at a young age, and even now, if you've been working out for 3 years and you've been doing everything wrong, I would totally recommend learning from the books, doing exercises that are already machine operated, so you're already at a perfect form. Focus on the controlling, because if you're controlling the eccentric and just trying to get the reps done, if you're controlling and trying to get the reps done, not controlling, if you're just trying to get the reps done, you're not going to get as much muscle growth from slowing controlling and actually focusing on that muscle stretch and just getting the rest that you need between your sets and how to actually hit it. Like, some people will do certain workouts and not actually feel anything, or they just want to get done, but it takes time to build your body. And not even that, a lot of people quit when they work out, and you're just doing everything wrong. Everything takes time. Everyone has genetics that develop differently from other people. So you have to utilize your body, learn your body, and see what you want to eat and put that all into a jar where it just best suits your routine. And trust me, because I learned this and I found a food plan that I like to eat, especially when I'm doing bodybuilding. I've seen crazy results. You have to get to know your body, and you have to train correctly, and also diet correctly. Those are the 3 important things. And also sleep. I mean, I sometimes have a hard time sleeping, but sleep is also very important. Your muscles, your body does all the work when you sleep. You burn all your fat off when you breathe. But I would honestly just recommend that. There's not really a lot I have to say. Today's a rest day, so I'm at the gym. I'm doing some posing routine, and then I'm gonna do some cardio. But for the most part, I would just say for muscle growth, a lot of people already know this, but I'm just giving it for people that, are getting into the gym and don't know what to do. I would genuinely just learn from the books, watch videos, do your research. That's just like hopping into stocks and not knowing what to do. You can't just watch one TikTok video and know what you're doing. That's just life. You gotta learn from the books, take time to learn it, and then slowly build your way up to getting what you want, because that's what I did. I started knowing how to actually do things by watching videos. Some things I was unsure of, so I didn't do it. I did workouts that I was comfortable doing. I was in the right position. I was in the right movement. I felt everything. I got the food I needed to get in, and I saw results just instantly. A lot of people use coaching as a way to take advantage of people who aren't educated, which, I do coaching. I do one-on-one coaching, but it's not that hard. You can't sugarcoat it. You just have to do your research, and a lot of people just don't want to do that. But the best way to muscle growth is knowing how to train, your diet, and just being consistent. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it's very helpful. Sorry, I'm in the posing room right now. I couldn't find a place to actually talk to you guys, and I forgot to make this video. But hope you guys like and subscribe, and I hope this video helped you.